Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad Bod to God. Today what we're going to be focusing on is my chest routine. Now my workout is a little bit unorthodox because I'm going to be doing some strength training combined with calisthenics, so that not only am I getting stronger, I'm also focusing on burning extra calories. Now this would be my second workout of the day. Now if you don't have time to do 2 workouts in a day, and that's very understandable, you can do a calisthenic workout one day, like the boxing video that I put up. There'll be another calisthenic video coming out, which will be the second calisthenic routine that I do. And then you can do the next day, you can do a strength training and then following a calisthenic and so forth and so on. But today, we're going to be focusing on bench pressing. Now, the key to benching, and this is something that you'll see a lot of people make mistakes on, is you want to get your grip as wide as possible on the bar. Okay, this does 2 things. Okay, this shortens the length of actual travel. So if you got your arms here, you got a really long way to go with that weight. But the closer your hands are together, you're actually working more of your tricep and less of your chest. So to get a nice wide grip, you're gonna be stronger. You're gonna push more weight, and you're actually going to be working more of the muscles in your chest and less of the muscles in your tricep. Now triceps still play a huge part when you're bench pressing, and doing tricep work on a separate day to get those triceps stronger is really going to help you to improve your bench. Now another thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your lower back stays flat to the bench and that your shoulder blades also stay planted. All right, you don't want to arch your back like you'll see a lot of people do. Now what I do is I start out very light with a warm-up set. I'm going to do a 25 on each side, and then I'm going to go up 10 pounds or 20 pounds, 10 on each side, for a total of 5 sets. Now I'm going to do 10 to 15 reps for 5 sets, going up, like I said, 20 pounds each time. So this is what the bench press portion is going to look like. Now, you don't have to do this. I like to put my feet up on the edge of the bench. You can plant your feet, get a good solid platform, or you can put your feet up on the edge of the bench and you can press from there. But this is what my bench is going to look like. Okay, as you can tell, that was very easy for me to do. Typically, I'm a very strong bencher. However, again, remember, elbow surgery. So I'm going to take it easy for a few months before I try to start pressing any serious weight. But again, I'm going to do 1 set of bench press. Now here's where it kind of gets a little crazy. After I do 1 set of bench, I'm going to get my jump rope, and I'm going to do 50 rotations with my jump rope. So I'm going to jump rope 50 times, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do my next set of bench, go back to the jump rope, go back to the bench. So there really is no rest period. Now, when you're starting out on this, take your time, okay? You're going to need probably to rest in between sets. I try not to. I try to keep my heart rate up, and that's why I limit it to 50 rotations at the jump rope. I can do more, but I found that if I do 50 rotations, it keeps my heart rate up just enough that it doesn't really affect the amount of weight that I can put on the bench. So this is the first portion of chest day. Okay, I've just finished my 5 sets of bench press and 5 sets of jumping rope. So we're going to go on to the next portion of the chest routine. Now what I like to do is just standard military push-ups. Now I'm going to be doing 25 push-ups, and then I'm going to be doing some side oblique crunches, and then I'm going to be doing something that looks kind of ridiculous, but there's really a point to it. Now, if you're in very good shape, you should be able to cross your legs and just lean forward a little bit and stand up from that position without using your hands. Now, I used to be able to do that, but as I've gained weight, I have to give myself a little bit of assistance. I kind of do a spin and then stand up, and I'll continue to do that until I lose enough weight so I can do it properly. So this is what it's going to look like. Normally I would do 25. I'm stopping because I don't want to get my breath up too much. And then I'm going to do side obliques. Side obliques, you're going to put your legs straight out. The leg on top, you're going to come up in a bent position. Put your hand behind your head, and you're going to just do this. Elbow to the ceiling. I'm going to do that 25 times, and I'm going to roll over. "25 times on that side as well. Now, I don't know if we'll get this in frame, but this is what the spin and stand up will look like. So once I finish the oblique, okay, let's try this again. After I do the 25 push-ups, I'm going to do the side oblique exercise that I showed you. That's going to leave me in this position on the floor. I'm going to then take my leg, spin myself around, and up. Just like that. Okay, I just finished doing 5 sets of 25 push-ups with the side oblique and that little twisty stand-up thing at the end. So now the next thing I'm going to do is going to do cable crossovers. Now it's loud in here, so you're probably just going to have to watch and see my form. But what you're going to want to do is nice wide grip on the cable, lean forward, and you're going to pull down, and you're going to bring your hands to your waist. It's going to look like this. Okay, so let me adjust the camera. And this is what cable crossovers are going to look like. Good stretch at the top, come down, squeeze your pecs together. Come up, down, squeeze your pecs together. Now again, I'm going to do 5 sets of 15 reps, and I'm going to go up in weight each time until I can barely get 15 on my last set. Now, here's the real kicker. What we're going to do in between the cable crossovers is another exercise that is extremely good at helping you to burn calories and build your core. Okay, in between each set of cable crossovers, I'm doing cable crossovers. Once I do a set of that, I'm going to get a dumbbell. I usually like to do around 40 or 50 pounds. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a squat and thrust with the dumbbell. It's going to look like this. Now I'm actually only going to do 10 reps of the squat and thrust, okay? That's a pretty difficult exercise. It's really going to get your heart rate up. And you also want to be cautious to bend your knees. You want to come all the way down to the floor, let the dumbbell hit the floor, and then come up and then press. Again, using your knees, not bending your back. Okay, are you tired yet? Okay. So now the last exercise that we're going to do on chest day is we're going to do an incline bench dumbbell press. Now in between each set of incline dumbbell press, I'm going to do some basic ab crunches. I usually put a mat down close to the side of the bench, and I just come up, do 25 to 50 crunches, and then come back and do another exercise, do another set of incline bench press with dumbbells, okay? Very important. So your incline bench press is going to look a lot like this. Okay, I'm going to do 10 to 15 reps, and again, I'm going to do 5 sets. And I'm going to go up in weight, usually 5 pounds, to each set until it gets very difficult at the end. So once I'm done with this exercise and my crunches, again 5 sets of each, that is going to conclude my chest workout or chest routine for this week. Okay, here we are at the end of doing 5 sets of incline dumbbell presses, and then 5 sets in between of just basic crunches. All right, so a couple things to bear in mind. When you're doing these exercises, you're going to want to make sure that you breathe. You should be breathing in, coming down, slowly out as you go up. Also, I'm doing 5 sets of each of these exercises with very little rest in between. When you first start out, especially if you have not been working out, you're definitely not going to want to do 5 sets. I would recommend maybe doing 2 sets, kind of keep the weight light, see how that feels. If it feels good, come back in, maybe do 3, a little bit more weight, and then so forth until you reach 4 or 5 and it's comfortable for you. And as always, make sure that you consult with your physician to make sure that all these exercises are safe for you to do. Again, drink plenty of water, and thank you for watching. We'll be coming up very soon with another episode where we focus on back and biceps.